What a pretty little interplay of arches this is. It again is a memorial to the dead of one of the wars, but I don't know which, and it may be just to all of them. A closer look at these reliefs. Looks like a mix of religious and war icons. Like they're getting ready to set up for a little market day. Look at these icons on the side of the church. They are carved out of marble, I think. Don't know what the symbology of the finger pointing down. Notice at the bottom it looks like a lion and a couple of dragons. Dragons are evil. The lion is supposed to represent powerful goodness. These dogs are just excited about seeing each other. This is pretty work up here. A very pretty church. Byzantium in look, I believe, with those arches. I think. And I'm thinking it's just the depth, and then here, the design work on the face. Just for the record, I'm right where that bridge is there, on top of the bridge, and I'm going to walk around the island clockwise. Another one of these high water barriers. Little gizmos like the ones in France are designed to hold these shutters open. A little bit of elegant glass work. And then the whimsical. A little bit of design and color in these three buildings. There, still impressive palace house. Here, a particularly nice example of the stair construction into the water. Pretty much at the end of that island that I was on, walking towards the Mediterranean itself, noticed in this, what I think is a schoolyard, this old building. Might have been a chapel for the school, or maybe it was once a nunnery or a monastery. And I'm walking down this pretty much residential little walkway. Here they have room for gardens, which must be lovely in the summer. Buongiorno. This walkway just takes me, there's a pretty garden here, behind the waterfront homes. Like this school or whatever it is has its own vineyard. All this must look pretty in the summer in the sun. A lot of work. I think rowing would just be faster. There's the Mediterranean out there, I think. Enjoy. This is Calle de Convento, because there's a school that probably was a convent. Probably when the sun's shining, the street, which was a canal, would probably be quite interesting simply because of the pastel colors. Another view down a filled-in canal. Notice the steam coming out of one of the apartments. I suspect that people live their lives inside their houses, maybe on the water or at work. This is pretty where they left lawn areas. Makes it look less like a complex. It's a cute little set of residences because each person has their little garden. And they laid some of them out, laid out with little walkways. But that's a pretty idea. In case you think I was lying, there's the sun. The first time I've seen it. Smidgen more light than there was before. I'm back in the tourist section of Burano, so I'm sure the glassware is endless in options and price. So you'll know this is potable. Here's some examples of glassware, apparently from what I think is a shop beyond here. Either that or this is an entryway to an area of shops. But here's some very elegant work. Some seems like elegant art, and other just seems kitschy. And some seems like the kind of thing you get as Christmas presents and have to hold on to in case the person that gave it ever visits. Here's a pretty back courtyard with all the local color. They're a pretty square. Here the square opens up into a backdrop for what looks like a lighthouse, if you can make it out in the white fog, and a church here. Don't know whether this is simply to be a Christmas tree or is a year-round device for advertising the glass ornamentation. They knew I was coming. If you break, you pay. To some, this might be beautiful. To me, this is incredibly ugly. On the other hand, these are interesting, modern, elegant, colorful. They're about €45.